Hello, my name is Ivana Perez Mosquera. I am talking about examining the reason for low fidelity to educational programs in patients with gestational diabetes. Definition: Gestational diabetes is defined as any degree of glucose intolerance with onset or first recognition during pregnancy. The definition applies whether insulin or only diet modification is used for treatment and whether or not the condition persists after pregnancy.
Let's start with some background. Gestational diabetes is a temporary type of diabetes and is one of the most common health problems for pregnant women. Glucose intolerance is an early stage of the condition.
Gestational diabetes is not your fault. It's caused by the way the hormones in pregnancy affect you. It occurs in about 5 to 7% of all pregnancies, so you're not alone.
During pregnancy, an organ called the placenta develops in the uterus. The placenta connects the mother and baby and makes sure the baby has enough food and water. The placenta also makes several hormones. Some of these hormones make it hard for insulin to do its job controlling blood sugar, also known as blood glucose. Insulin opens your cells so that glucose can get in. During your pregnancy, your body has to make about 3 times its normal amount of insulin. Gestational diabetes develops when the organ that makes insulin, the pancreas, can't make enough insulin for pregnancy. Without enough insulin, your blood sugar can't leave the blood and be changed to energy. This causes extra sugar to build up in the blood.
Most women with gestational diabetes will have a healthy baby. If you keep your blood sugars in a safe range, the chances of you or your baby having problems are the same as if you didn't have gestational diabetes.
But if left untreated, gestational diabetes can cause health problems for you and your baby. That's why it's so important to work with your healthcare providers to keep your blood sugar within a safe range. One important way to do this is by following a healthy meal plan.
Application in nutrition. Medical nutrition therapy is a self-management therapy. Education support and food are required to assist the woman to make lifestyle changes essential to successful nutrition therapy.
It's Dr. Tracy Papa. I'm a high-risk OB specialist in Fort Worth, Texas. In our series on the 5 M's of gestational diabetes, we're talking about the 5 aspects of taking care of your diabetes in pregnancy. Today, we're going to talk about meals. This is the most important facet of taking care of yourself and keeping your blood glucoses under good control.
This video barely scratches the surface of the things you need to know to eat for diabetes in pregnancy. This is more like a quick start guide, just so that you can jump in and get started and know that you're not going to make any big mistakes. When you have diabetes in pregnancy, you have to think about food as medicine, and what you eat is the most important aspect of whether or not you're going to be successful managing your diabetes in pregnancy. When you're looking at food labels, they can be confusing, but there are just a few things you need to learn to pick out. And these are your macronutrients, and these are the things like fat, protein, and carbohydrate. In general, these meatballs are a pretty good choice because they have lots of protein, they have healthy fats with no trans fat, and they're pretty low in carbohydrate. And in general, that's what you want to look at when you're eating for diabetes. So the general approach looks like this. You want to eat 3 meals. If you don't normally eat breakfast, you need to get something on board in the morning. Start with the protein and then add things around that to balance it out. You want to steer away from things like grains, cereal, oatmeal, fruits, fruit juice, toast, and more things like eggs. If you have vegetables, you can stir those right into some scrambled eggs and make an omelet. Breakfast meats are fatty but still good for you. Lunch can be a very easy meal to assemble. We've had an episode already on meal prep in general, and if that's too big for you to think about preparing a week's worth of lunches at a time, Just think day to day. You can see that I've got some little snack packs of guacamole that is all ready to just toss in your lunch. You can eat cheeses, but you want to, in general, stay away from soft cheeses unless they specify that they're made from pasteurized milk, like this brie. Make sure you have a protein. Rotisserie chicken packs great in a lunch. And if you like sandwiches, I have a recipe on the website for carbohydrate-free bread called cloud bread. It's kind of chewy. It doesn't have the texture as sandwich bread, but it tastes a little bit more like pita bread. At dinner time,
Pros: excellent glucose control is as foundational as a prepared weight gain and adequate nutrition intake. By adhering to this diet plan and by promoting self-care with self-monitoring, a pregnant woman with gestational diabetes can gain control over high blood sugar levels and avoid serious complications. Cons: hormonal changes that occur during pregnancy responsible for mood disorders and anxiety also create insulin resistance and can lead to gestational diabetes. Issue applying in Ecuador. Worldwide, the incidence of this disease is 7%, and currently in Ecuador, 142 to 1084 cases occur per 1,000 inhabitants. Conclusion: the first step in treating gestational diabetes is modifying your diet to help keep your blood sugar in the normal range. We will continue to eat a healthy diet.
Thank you.